one of the things I think it's important for Democrats,
Oh,
for
I'm
us
with
also
you.
to recognize,
Poor
progressives to
boys.
recognize, folks on the left to recognize, it's possible
I
for us
agree.
to have a moral sense of what is right and true and what needs to be done, and also recognize that we are in a particular time and place here in America, and voters are not going to agree with us 100% on everything. And so it is not a sellout, it's not a betrayal to say that we're going to shape our agenda and our message in a way that allows us to build a working majority to get stuff done. And I think particularly around social issues, sometimes we get confused around this. You witness what happened in Minneapolis, and you say to yourself, morally speaking,
I agree. Sometimes a lot of people from the far left need to understand that people are just not going to agree with your social perception. They just won't. They won't. So you gotta reach a compromise because the only thing things get done in America is through a majority. It's true. That's why I tell people you can't go all white people are racist. You just can't do that because the majority of people in America are white. You have to be able to work with them. And I also don't agree with that sentiment. I think it's idiotic to make generalized statements unless the movement itself has bad ideology. There's no movement behind being white. That's kind of crazy.
that 5-year-old child who's standing in front of that SUV as his father's being dragged off, that child is equal to mine or any child. His immigration status, his nationality, does not change the love and decency that we should be showing that child. But what is also true is that we're a nation of laws, we have borders, and we've got to figure out an immigration policy that is orderly and that is fair and is enforced in a sensible way that is compatible with our values, but may not fully capture the degree to which that kid should have the same chances in life as a U.S. citizen kid. But we've got to accommodate the reality that the majority of the American people think that there's a difference between somebody who's a U.S. citizen and somebody who's not, and that they want an orderly immigration system. And sometimes I think what happens in the online debate is if somebody suggests, well, we have to have some immigration enforcement, then somebody's going to point at that child and say, well, so you don't care about that kid,
Yeah.
so you must be a bad person.
He's so right about this. And it hurts sometimes. It really is frustrating. But everybody's not going to reach the same conclusion. Everybody can't understand things on a broader level. They can't humanize everything beyond their perspective and individual experience. People are not inherently wired that way. Some of the most innate things regarding human nature is self preservation. So, unless you can kind of encapsulate that core instinct in a way that makes them feel what you're feeling, they're just not going to understand. If it was their child, of course they would, but it's not their child.